What is going on, guys?
What's up, Cliq Nerd?
Episode 10. We are in here. We getting it.
Made 10, bro. 10. I'm happy about that.
10 episodes of hard work, great content.
We need some help, though.
I mean, we do, but, you know.
We need some help from y'all. Come shout it out. What's up? But anyway, what's up with the topics today?
What are you watching? What is on your watch list? What are you watching at this point in time? Well, give me a couple episodes of what you're watching,
Okay.
Casey.
Okay. So I had some free time this weekend.
Oh, you had free time?
Very little.
Oh.
It was at like 1 a.m. Seriously. No, so I got on the Netflix, and I know there's people been heating on Netflix a little bit because they dropped a lot of stuff, but they had some good anime on there.
Yeah, they got some good anime on there.
Yeah, and I watched Dota. Man,
the video game that went to the anime.
I didn't know it was a video game until you told me about it.
Yeah,
so
man,
then once,
dope.
Yeah, man, it's good.
It's dope. You watched the whole thing?
Watched the whole series.
1 and 2?
1 and 2.
Okay.
It was good.
What you think about it?
I was happy, sad.
Yeah, he goes through a lot. But you saw, boy, the Elder Hunter, the dude with the armor. You found
he is
ham, huh?
Ooh.
He go ham, huh?
Look. He don't even need the armor on at first. Okay, I'm going in too much. Anyway,
Dota.
It's good.
Dota's good. What's your next one?
So I also like Yusuke. I hope I'm saying that right. Yusuke.
Yasuke.
Story of a black samurai in Japan.
Yeah. Nobunaga's. Nobunaga's sword. Yeah.
Yeah. He's fighting against the daimyo.
Yeah,
I hope I'm saying that correctly as well. But I loved it. It's not. It wasn't as good as the previews came out to be.
Yeah.
But
the soundtrack was dope.
It was
Flying Lotus. Yep.
It was good.
I think it's Flying Lotus.
I would suggest checking it out. I want to see. It'd be interesting to see what happens after this.
Okay.
And then last but not least, going on a little lighter note. Chip and Dale's
Rescue Rangers.
Chip Rescue Rangers. Yeah. So anyway,
not the other Chippendale, right?
No, that's my night job.
Oh, okay. You and Patrick Stewart, huh?
Yeah.
Patrick
Swayze got the little bow tie.
And Chris.
Chris Farley. Oh man, no, but we had a great time watching it.
A lot of nostalgia.
A lot of callbacks, right?
Yeah, Darkwing Duck and
man.
If that don't need a reboot, I don't know what. Darkwing Duck is, bro.
They rebooted He-Man, which was in there, by the way.
Yeah, with the perm hair.
Yes.
I can't. This is like this meme of a He-Man. It's hard to take that. It's hard to take seriously after watching that meme. I can't remember.
I like all the memes that are going around with Skeletor, where he's like, "Learn your lesson. Till next time," and he runs away. Oh man, those memes are good. But Chip and Dale's, I definitely recommend it.
Definitely a good watch.
Great Rescue Ranger movie. I thought it was very original, very different, very
behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. I liked
different.
I liked it. I liked that they talked about the show, about them doing the show, and how they're actually actors, and then they went into to a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And
they had to actually be Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
And they called back Zipper and Gadget. And Monterey Jack.
Monterey.
Cheese. Yeah. Ah man, it's a good stuff. Man.
So I was watching.
What you watch?
We watched I'm going through it real quick. First Lady is pretty good. Pretty much about the First Ladies, Betty Ford, Teddy Roosevelt's wife, and Michelle Obama.
Hit me real quick with Teddy Roosevelt's wife. How did you feel about her? Was she like the driving force behind Roosevelt?
She wrote a lot of his speeches, and controversy that I'm just gonna spill a little bit. She was in a relationship. She had a partner besides him, and he knew about it.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. They talk about it on the show. Yeah, they talk about it on the show. A lot of. She was doing
in the old days.
Yeah. She was probably one of the originals, But
okay,
it was a good show. I was impressed with all of it. Betty Ford definitely with her struggle. I have two relatives, my grandmother and my aunt Brenda, and actually my great grandma, who actually had breast cancer and had to get their breast removed at one point.
Is it mastectomy? Is what they call it?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to all those warriors that fought cancer.
Most definitely.
But
with her dealing with that and just the popularity of, she was kind of like the person who actually shined a light on getting those mammogram checks, and you need to do that, and she's getting all this love, and I don't know. And then, but the thing is, like, she had a lot of struggle herself with people were like trying to keep her in a lane, and then when Ronald Reagan's wife came out. When he was campaigning, because Ford was a vice president who became he became vice president because because someone got killed and he was the next one up, and then when Richard Nixon left, when he got impeached or whatever, he became president. He was no point in time even thought of a presidency. He was just a senator. I can't remember what state or whatever, but. So, anyways, story.
It's a good watch.
It's a good watch, man. It's a lot of history that I like. I like history.
Okay. All right.
I'll move on real quick. I know we might stay long. Lincoln Lawyer is really good.
My wife watched it. She enjoyed the hell out of it.
I like Michael McConaughey's, but I like this version better.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of people saying that because the guy's like real deep. I watched a little bit of it with her.
Good lawyer.
He's a pretty good actor in this.
Yeah, he is. He's a good lawyer.
There's a lot of espionage work going on that I didn't really see.
I mean, like, a little bit. I mean, it's not really espionage. It's just
that's the wrong word, but I mean,
he does have a lot of tricks to the trades of getting out of his cases, and like his friend who originally has a few cases died, and they got put on him.
Yeah, he gave him all his clients.
Yeah, he
and his practice, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much his practice. So he was taking it over, and he just handling on the fly, just.
And there were cases that he wouldn't have normally took on his own.
No.
So he took those cases from.
But at the same time, he's coming back from rehab because he had a breakdown. He was just came out from rehab, but he's a really good gifted lawyer, and it's a good show. I would definitely give it a watch.
Okay.
And then my last one I think we're gonna do will be Better Call Saul.
Okay, so what's this is really a spinoff from Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah. So Walter White and Jesse, at one point they need a lawyer. The old man, I can't remember his name. I apologize, but he is Mike. Mike roots him to Better Call Saul, and then they did a spinoff, and the spinoff was good because you have Gustavo, who was the main boss in the fourth one. He ended up dying because Walter set a trap for him, exploded the whole hospital. And, when he comes out, you think he's alive because he's adjusting his tie, but half his face is gone. Oh. And he just tumbles over. But you get a prequel to see him, the evolution of Gustavo, like how he becomes it. And this part, they're setting up for the big he has a huge laboratory underneath it of a laundromat.
Who has huge?
Gustavo has a huge, and this is pretty much just telling the story of how it got created and stuff like that. Construction workers that they had to hire from Germany, and the situation. It's a good watch if you like.
Bob Odenkirk is the guy who plays Saul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Better Call Saul. Watch it. It's a good show.
That's cool.
This is the last season, so definitely give it a watch.
Okay.
Just like Ozark, wrapped up.
Heard that's really good too.
Stranger Things is good.
Stranger Things, first book is what they call
it.
First volume.
2 will be out in July.
Okay.
Just a lot of good things to watch right now during the summertime.
Yeah, I agree.
So
what you got?
What we talking about?
Well, I mean,
Star Wars.
Long time.
Far away in the galaxy.
Galaxy, far away. So.
Hit him with these are the Voyagers.
Oh, yeah.
I know that Star Trek.
Oh, man. You know how many people are going to be... I'm leaving that in. I want that.
I want you to.
I'm leaving that in.
I mean, they're similar but different but similar,
Yeah, there's a lot
of... These are the Voyagers. Star Trek Obi Wan came out. Uncle Ben.
Star Wars Obi Wan. So you already mixing them up.
What did I say?
He said Star Trek Obi Wan.
No, it's Star Wars.
He said Star Trek. I'll write it back.
Oh, I meant to say Star Wars.
Okay. Obi Wan.
Yeah.
I just got done watching it, like literally before we recorded this.
How'd you like Uncle Ben's rice?
Man, that was Jasmine. I can tell you that. That means it was good.
Ben was good. It's a good show.
He was. It's like he was really scared. I'm not going to give too much away, but it's like he was really scared to go back to being who he was.
Definitely. Well, I mean, he's on the run, so he's kind of he's on that fight or flight mindset.
For people who don't know where it picks up at, do you want to flesh it out, or you want me to do it?
I can do it. So pretty much, Order 66, where the Clone Wars are ordered to assassinate pretty much every Jedi that's in front of them. Obi-Wan survives. A few Jedi survive. He defeats Vader. Takes.
Well, technically isn't Vader yet. He's Anakin, right?
Excuse me. Defeats Anakin Skywalker.
Tells him he has the high ground.
Yeah. Takes the twins. Gives one to Organas, and then the other one to his uncle on Tatooine.
Yep.
And pretty much he's just watching from afar, waiting for when he has signs of gifted abilities of the Jedi, force sensitivity. Him and his uncle do not get along. Him and Luke's uncle do not get along.
No, they do not.
He doesn't want to train him. What'd he say? You train Anakin. How'd that turn out?
Yeah, that cut deep.
That was a diss.
What did Sheryl Crow say? She said the first cut.
He's shooting hot flames. We see a live action Inquisitor. So if you watch any of the cartoons, the Rebellion, or if you play the game Star Wars, I can't think of the Star Wars game. He'll put like a little thing.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Because the new one, Survivor, is coming out soon. But
I have not played very many. The last Star Wars game I played.
The company Respawn that did them is pretty good. I just can't think of this recent one. I own it. I don't know why I can't think of the most recent.
Yeah.
But we'll put it in the.
And I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah,
I'll throw it up there.
But
I'm gonna say the series so far, even though it's only 2 episodes.
I'm
gonna say it's pretty good. I mean,
it has potential, right?
Yeah, it does. I wasn't a fan of the last 3 movies that were put out.
Yeah.
Like I felt like they kind of moved away from
Phantom
the
Menace is the best one. Oh, did I say that? Did I say Phantom Menace is the best one?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Everybody's opinion is their opinion. So where he may like that, I might not like it, but I respect his opinion.
Yeah,
on
he
it.
respects it.
So here's the thing. I think movies are subjective, and they're out there for everybody to go out there and take a look at it, see if they like it, and if they don't, they move on, right?
Most definitely.
Much like an actor's ability to perform. They may be good at something, and you may like their performance. You may like their performance, and I may not like their performance.
Yeah, but I don't think at any point in time, if I don't like their performance, I'm going to go, I am this individual and tell them. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand, a director does his job. A writer does his job.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Correct.
Editor does his job. There's a lot of hands being shook before we get that final print, that final, that final cut. So for you guys just to blame it on this individual person, Miss Moss?
Moses. Yeah, she got a lot of hate. If you don't know, she's the Lady Inquisitor in the show. She got a lot of hate mail about it, about her character. Now, I want to run it back to like John Krasinski's. I know it's tied everything back to comic books, but that's what we're here for. John Krasinski's role as Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange 2. A lot of people didn't like his role. They didn't like the way he played him. But the thing is, he was only doing what was written for his character for the script. Right, so you can't blame Krasinski for the bad writing that made you guys not like him. So that's my opinion, and I feel the same way with her. Now, I didn't find her performance that bad.
No, there could have been some things that could have been better, but it's like I'm not gonna start giving her hate mail. And it's the same thing that they did for the Bodega for
John Boyega.
Yeah, but he clapped back. He saw the South African. He's not South African. He's like Jamaican. I know he's from London, but you saw a different side.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like John Boyega's portrayal either, but that was I don't know if that was the writing or.
I don't think that's anything with him.
I mean, he spent half the movie just screaming Ray and being out of breath.
But what's that got to do with him though?
Nothing. I'm just saying
he was frustrated. He had the idea that he was going to be more of a role. Because they all J.J. Abrams, all of them kept it all under hatch, so he didn't actually know what was going to become of his character. Because I think even he thought that, I'm about to be up here, be a Jedi. She learned the Force. Even though her last name is a little more heavier than him, and which makes sense to why she's so Force sensitive. But
but running it back to Obi Wan Kenobi and this young lady's performance on the character that she's playing, she's an Inquisitor. She didn't do bad in my opinion. Were there some questionable things? Of course, but nobody's gonna knock it out of the park every single time. And we're only 2 episodes in,
right?
So for people to just get all up in the Scrolls Kool-Aid and don't really understand where the character's going yet, because there's not room for any character development. It's been 2 shows.
2 episodes. There's no backstory. But she has a hatred towards Obi-Wan because of what happened. She probably feels like he failed him.
Yeah, let's see what the backstory is on that. And then we can say, okay, her performance was crappy.
I always say, let it breathe.
Yeah.
Let it breathe. You can't just jump on it. You got those Star Wars fans that jumped and did all that. That's the problem of why. That's why a lot of people probably want to do these roles, because it's like them type of fans is just like you're just doing a job.
Okay, so you don't like the character, just say okay. Hey, look, Star Wars. I think we could have did with this character, or we could have done this with that. But at the end of the day, those people make these movies, and we gotta respect what they do.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean look, I don't like Christian Bale's Batman's voice.
You're just not a fan.
I'm just not a fan of it, right?
Just not a fan.
But you know what? I respect the movies. I wasn't a big fan of the prequels, but as time goes on, I think I almost like the prequels better than the newer movies that came out. Definitely. And that's probably an unpopular opinion, but that's my opinion.
Definitely fan of Menace.
Oh man, that's good. I like that plug. We got to keep that. Look, I enjoy what we're doing because this is the kind of conversation I want to get into. It's not super serious, but at the same time, it's just about respecting somebody else's work,
respecting other people's opinions as well. But at the same time, don't be disrespectful.
Nah,
anytime. I didn't care. I'm trying to think of a role that I ever like Johnny Depp and Edward Scissorhands. When I was a kid, he scared the crap out of me. I didn't hold it against him. I watched Jack Sparrow clumsy around the world. I didn't give it up against him.
You didn't get mad at him in his jar of sand?
Nah.
I've got sand. Spices.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. What my man said, can we just all just get along?
Man. It'd be so easy.
Yeah, man.
Everybody just needs to...
More love, less hate.
Let's
push
that.
that agenda.
Let's do that.
Let's push that agenda.
Because really, at the end of the day, we're just all trying to just move on with our lives and just have a good time.
We all put our pants on one leg at a time.
I don't know. I kind of levitate.
You probably hop in your pants.
I do. I do a backflip into them.
You probably wear skinny jeans. He's like,
I do not wear skinny jeans.
Wife, help me.
Get the pliers. Let's just... No, so we digress. But seriously though, 2 episodes in, Obi-Wan, I'm going to say is...
Yay or nay?
I'm going to go yay.
Yay?
I'm yaying it because I like it.
I'm yaying
I think it's good.
I'm yaying it.
I'm yaying it. Yeah.
This is going to be I'm excited about this next part. We're just going to change the mode down. The tech is actually going to show us and demonstrate and introduce us to a comic and going to show us ways to how we should be covering our precious comic books. These comic books, when you buy, they're investments. You need to take care of them. So he's going to show us steps that what we can do to, protect, give longevity of the comic.
Yeah.
And,
So, everybody gets into the comic book game and they think, I got the next greatest thing. That's cool. But for me, it was always about preserving the artwork and preserving the book, too. Because I really do enjoy the stuff that we do, like the stuff we talk about. I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And so my wife, she went to the comic book store with me. TBS, shout out. This is a long time ago, about 2006. And she found a strong female-led comic book.
Ooh, I've been asking for one.
Right? Yes, you have. So we enjoy throwing out new comic books that maybe people haven't heard of. And we said, he threw a challenge out to me. He said, I challenge you to showcase a comic that's strong female lead.
Not Marvel, not DC.
Mm-hmm. And I said, I may not have something, but I know who does. And I found one in my wife's comic book box and busted out Fathom.
Looks pretty.
Oh, it's a beautifully drawn book. It's done by a gentleman named Michael Turner.
Okay.
Michael Turner, unfortunately, has passed due to cancer. Cancer, man.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but he created. This is his baby. This is his work. It's made by Dynamite Entertainment, actually, and Aspen was the label, and Fathom. I guess you guys need to check that out. Maybe we'll do a.
I'm gonna check it out so we can do a review on it.
All right.
I'm definitely interested. I've never heard of it before, but I see the covering. You put a new covering on that.
So this was my old way of doing things. One of the things I wanted to talk to people about was making sure that they never use tape to cover their comic books to make it latch on the back. A couple of reasons I found out that tape is really bad is because when I go to pull this comic book out and that tape is left out here, when I pull the book out, it might catch on my front cover. That'll tear it.
And I imagine, you never know what situation might come environment-wise. I don't think that tape is very good for heat, humidity. We're in Florida.
Yeah.
We get humid over here.
The tape is also bad let's say you left it on there and didn't open up the comic book for a long time.
Yeah.
It is impossible to pull that tape without pulling the comic book and stretching the comic book out. So I've evolved over the years a way of looking at how to do comic books and store them correctly. One of the things I do with a book like this, if I'm going to change it out, is I would get a new sleeve and a new back. So that's what we have over here. So we have new sleeves and new backs, and this is fantastic, man. I found this at, again, my local comic book shop. I suggest you guys get one if you don't have one if you're into comics. But definitely, and I'm going to showcase all this a little bit closer up here in a little bit so you guys will see this. But we have backer boards.
Those are important.
Yes, they are. This keeps the rigidity of your comic book.
Most definitely.
And then you have your cover.
Now, do you ever? There would be no point to do both sides cover because I see some people do that, but I mean that's a lot of people who have like they have their catalogs. That I think like how you do it, that one side so you can see, you can still appreciate the art cover from doing it that way as well.
Yeah, I've never done double backer boards.
Yeah.
To me, if you store them correctly, we could go over that again in another episode one day.
Yeah. We'll give like a little tutorial.
Yeah, about the boxes and things that I do for boxes. Yeah, Nerdbite sounds great for that. Actually.
Yeah, I know.
These covers are fantastic. They're the poly covers. They're very clear, and what I noticed was they have resealable backs. Nice. So you'll pull this little piece off here. This little strip. I don't want to interrupt you.
What's the name of that brand?
So we can throw it out there. This is Ultra Pro.
Ultra Pro.
Yeah, okay. They run a little expensive. I think this was $10 for 100.
Still not bad for 100.
For 100
That's
covers.
Not bad.
But if you're a guy like me, I had to buy I don't know.
That's not
about 15 of them, Lord, and that's just getting you started. But that, neither here or there. But we'll go there one day. So if I'm going to remove this comic book, this is the step I would take. I'm very, very picky. I wash my hands, make sure they're dry. When I'm pulling this comic book out, I'm pulling it out with the backer board and the comic intact. I'm not so much worried about the back because I'm changing it out at this point. So I have a little bit of room here. I'm going to pull the board. Comic will come with it. Okay? If you guys can see that. And I'm pulling it out. These things, over time, if you guys notice, it gets a little dingy. And I think that starts affecting the cover. Okay?
Look like it's collecting dust.
It rubs against
and it's
things.
not as clear as
Correct. And
if we can just do a comparison, see the grayness.
Thank you for that.
And you see the clearness here.
Thank you. And after about this has probably been in there for about 10 years. That was the old way. So what I like to do now, I do change these backer boards out, and I do use them for comics that or for other projects, and we can go into that one day. Sometimes I throw them away. What I would like to do is show you guys. We'll take a backer board, okay, the gloss side, the side I like to use. I'm sure there's preference for everybody. Yeah. I slide it underneath my comic, and I leave a little space on the bottom. While I'm doing that, I'm making sure I'm not bending any pieces of the comic.
Most definitely. I'm
gonna get my poly bag here, fluff it out a little bit. I lay it down. I like to do everything on a table.
Lay it down.
That's it, buddy. You got to do it on the table. The reason why is because you're not putting any excess force on the comic. And I know I'm going ultra geek with it, ultra nerd, but hey, I like my comic books to stay pristine in pristine condition.
It's an investment.
I kind of slide it in here, and I use the backer board as my way to break into the poly bag, not the comic book. So that backer board is leading the comic book into the poly bag as to not to mess up the edges. And then I just, just
Can't
slide
mess
it.
up the edges,
Nah, man, the edges is where it's at. Then I slide her on in. Boom. Just like that. And that has been a foolproof method for me as far as not messing up any corners.
Looks easy.
Bending it. It is easy. It's just after a while it gets a little tedious.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. If you got like a lot of comic books, I can imagine that being...
It could get tedious, brother. I'm telling you.
Look how clear that looks.
I know, it's beautiful. Look at that artwork by Michael Turner. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, man. Good job.
Yeah, man. And as I was saying before, and my wife's gonna love this, I pull this strip off here.
Okay, so you can just close it up in the back.
Now this is the worst part. Okay, these things are static clinging. I have not found a good way to get rid of it. I'm being honest, except for. So there you go, my case in point. So now with something like this, I like to just fold it over gently, go outwards, and now you have your new book.
Dang, bro, that's awesome.
That's it, man. So we can go over that a little bit more. One of the newer things I like about these bags is that if you notice, it's bigger than the comic itself. And what that does is protect all my corners, and it protects against any kind of damage that you may have. Ultra also makes a different kind of plastic bag, and we're going to use Spider-Man 2099 here. Actually, we won't use that one. I apologize, everybody. We're going to use Maestro because this is the one I'm talking about. This is Ultra, also a Fleer comic book cover. It's already done. It is resealable. I don't like doing taking it in and out, but I've already read it. But as you can see, it does come apart. Mm-hmm. Now this is built in. These are a little bit more expensive. And yes, I did double bagging. It's got one of these that I put on there.
Oh, but the back is built in?
The back is built in. It's pretty sweet. And it's a little bit larger than normal comic book size. And what you can do with that is you can still store it in your comic book box. So if you have boxes or whatever your method may be, this should still accommodate you. And as I did with The Last Ronin, which is at the very top, you can't see, but in book 1, the knight right there, that is a book, so it also comes in a larger size for bigger books. Mm-hmm. So I highly suggest you guys going out with Ultra Pro. I know it gets a little pricey, but when it comes to protecting your books, man,
your investments, man,
it's great. And my investment with this is not so much the money; it's more of I love comic books and I love to preserve them. That's just my thing. And
you can probably get these on Amazon as well if you don't want to
go. You could. Yeah. I saw them on Amazon. I don't. For somebody who doesn't know the sizes, this could be a little challenging. So I would suggest. I would suggest talking to somebody or coming.
Go to your local comic book store, or we can give you that information as well. Yeah,
right? Absolutely. If you guys want to see some more about these Ultra Pro comic book covers, let me know. I'll be happy to let you know about them. I'll slip it in the comments, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that was my representation of how you take care of comic books on the quick, fly, and easy.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Well, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. It was always an honor and a privilege to be able to come on here and just share ideas. And
Absolutely, I feel good about this episode. I feel like this episode was righteous, man. I'm happy about this episode.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it, and we appreciate you guys, and we always want you to click that nerd, man.
Essential. Please click that nerd. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Big easy. All right, peace.